I am Syrco Bakker and I'm a curious person. I love to know a lot of things. I always want to understand what's behind it and make sure, you make step forwards and make things happen. When I started in the kitchen, I was like 15 years old. I started actually as a dishwasher. So then I made my move to another restaurant, and from there on again another step to a Michelin-star restaurant. So that's a bit like the story of the first move in my career. I was 13 years in a restaurant in the Netherlands, close to the border of Belgium. We had 2 Michelin stars. We achieved a lot. We really put this village and the restaurant on the culinary map in Netherlands, Belgium, but also maybe in Europe. From there on, I was like questioning, is this it? Is this what I want to do the next 10 years? Or do I want to make another step? Do I want to refresh myself, challenge myself, and do something in a different environment, different products, and different people? Bali came on my path. Bali fits very much with what I want to showcase now, what's close to the values that I want to represent. And we are like really refreshing and renewing and recreating again a new signature, a new vision and a new mindset. First year in Bali, I definitely find a challenge, but also a great adventure and journey. Of course, when you move to a different part of the world with different products, different people, different culture and different guests, you have to adapt, right? I think the first year was very much about learning, understanding, redirecting and finding the formula, maybe, the setup to grow from. For me, Syrco BASÈ represents a platform where we showcase our values. So our 3 values are traceability, nature and transparency. So meaning that we want to showcase where the product is coming from, who the people are behind the products, and tell their story and share their story. What we want to create with Syrco BASÈ is something that's for everybody. Back in the days in Michelin-starred restaurants, the chef is a star, but I think here the family, our team, every individual, everybody involved, the farmers, producers, craftsmen, these are the stars of Syrco BASÈ. So I think that's a big difference what we did in the Netherlands and what we want to create here. I think it's very important to realize for everybody that a restaurant is a human operation, but there are a lot of humans involved. It's a human job, and that's what makes it special, makes it unique. And here I think for me, what I want to create is an environment where we are not afraid to make mistakes. We want to go out and actually do things instead of being comfortable, hidden in the corner. And if you make mistakes, it's a progress. You're learning and you're making steps.
What part of yourself did you put into this restaurant?
It's not that I put a part of myself into a restaurant. When I do something, I do it all the way, all in. Well, the only way to do it is to do it full on, for 100%, for even more than 100%. So you cannot blame or regret at the end that you didn't give your all. I put my whole into the restaurant. In everything what I do, the values T and T are very important. And this is our red line through everything we do and the decisions that we make. So I want to know where the product is coming from, which way it took, and who's behind the product. We want to be in direct contact with the farmers, with the producers, with the fishermen, with the craftsmen, and give them also a stage. So for me, it's more important to know where the product is coming from what the philosophy and mindset is of a farmer, for example, instead of a label, organic, fair trade, and so on. Because there's so many gray areas. For me, the real connection is very important. Stay close to nature and being transparent to our guests with everything we do, every step we take. No secrets. Well, looking back to the journey of me in the kitchen, I think it shaped how I am now as a professional and as a person. The training in high quality or high standard kitchens with a lot of discipline, with maybe some stress, is really like shaping your standards and in a way creating like a routine. When I do something, I do it good. And it doesn't matter what you do. Because of working in different kitchens and, well, constantly being trained and also get a lot of input from different chefs, I think that's what shaped me as a person and as a professional. If I compare Syrco BASÈ with the kitchens where I worked before was mostly like Michelin-star restaurants. So they source their products from all around the world that are exclusive, luxury. And here we want to, in a way, refresh to make it a bit more accessible, a bit more outgoing, but for sure choose our products differently. Because for me, the new or the true luxury doesn't have to be the most expensive products, doesn't have to be caviar and truffle and all these things. It means for me that we showcase products that are right in front of you, where we know how they grow, where we know the farmer, the fisherman, the butchers, the producers, and that's for me very important. So in that sense, I think, well, we work with the same intention of standards of quality, but the approach is 100% different. In Syrco BASÈ we have our Bali heroes, and the Bali heroes are the people behind the products. These are our heroes because without them we cannot serve any dishes or drinks. Well, we give them a stage showcasing them during the dining experience by also having portrait pictures from them in our restaurant and environments. So every new menu we invite our producers to experience their products in our environment so they can see what kind of value they have in their hands. So this is in a way also to thank our Bali heroes. First of all, the advice what I would give is being curious. Dive into topics, be hungry to learn everything. And even if you think you know something already, there's always different ways. What we also do now, we are always working with an open mind, and when there are different ways of preparing, I'm always open to compare it and to see if there's a better way. You never stop learning, and beside that also to look in a lot of different places, because from every chef and every kitchen and every specialist you can learn something. But there also be trust in the process. These days I think young professionals want to move fast, just doing job hopping every year. It's for me, I think, to understand the kitchen or to understand the organization, you need to be there a minimum 2 years. So you go 2 times through a cyclus. The first time everything is new, you're discovering, and the second year you're understanding, and that's very important. Being curious, hungry to learn things, being open-minded, look for different experiences and places, and take your time to go through the journey. Don't forget to enjoy.